Hello everyone, this is Mary and welcome to my channel. On your IELTS speaking exam, if you use simple past, present, and future tenses correctly, you will secure a band 5. That's good and all, but in order for the examiner to give you a higher score, you should be able to use a variety of sentence structures. In today's video, I will talk about how to use a variety of sentence structures to get a higher score on the IELTS speaking exam. I have also put together a PDF on the tips for doing well on the IELTS speaking exam, and it's totally free, so just hit the link to get a copy. Also, please help me out by hitting the subscribe, like, and share buttons. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, to get a higher band score on your IELTS speaking exam, it's important that you use complex sentences when you talk. A complex sentence has a main clause and a subordinate clause, and the two clauses can be combined with a connector. So look at these sentences. I live in a neighborhood where there are many tall buildings. So this sentence has two clauses. First, the main clause. I live in a neighborhood. Now this main clause can stand alone and makes a complete sentence on its own. Next, the subordinate clause, where there are many tall buildings. So if you read the subordinate clause, it is not a complete sentence, and it relies on the main clause to give it a full interpretation. Look at this sentence. The girl who you talked to yesterday is my neighbor. So the main clause is, the girl is my neighbor. The subordinate clause, who you talked to yesterday. So we combine the main clause and the subordinate clause with the connectors. So which, that, when, where are connectors that we can use to make complex sentences. For example, Mike opened the mail that he had received yesterday. Main clause, Mike opened the mail. Subordinate clause, that he had received yesterday. Another example, I was walking on the beach when I heard some loud music. Main clause, I was walking on the beach. Subordinate clause, when I heard some loud music. Third example, Lily's friend, who is a year younger, is already taller than the rest of the class. Main clause, Lily's friend is already taller than the rest of the class. Subordinate clause, who is a year younger. So now, let's practice using complex sentences in the IELTS questions. First, let's make some complex sentences using the word which as a connector. Here's an IELTS question. Do you think plastic bags are a serious environmental problem? Now, this is how you would say it in simple sentences. Absolutely. The materials in plastic bags are hard to dissolve. They are the major causes of pollution. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using which as a connecting word. Absolutely. Plastic bags, which contain toxic materials, are the major causes of pollution. Here, the word which is a connector that describes the plastic bags. Another IELTS question. Do you like reading? Now, this is how you would say it in simple sentences. Yes, I love reading fantasy. Harry Potter is a fantasy book for kids. Harry Potter is one of my favorites. Now say this in a complex sentence by using the connector which. Yes, I love reading fantasy. Harry Potter, which is a fantasy book for kids, is one of my favorites. So here the word which is a connector that describes the book Harry Potter. Next, let's look at some complex sentences by using the word where as a connector. Here's an IELTS question. Do you spend much time in the countryside? Now, this is the answer in simple sentences. Actually, I don't. I like staying in the big city. There's a lot of hustle and bustle. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using the word where as a connecting word. Actually, I don't. I like staying in the big city where there's a lot of hustle and bustle. So here, the word where is a connector that is used to describe the city. Another question. How do you feel about crowded places? Now, this is how you would say it in simple sentences. I'm not a huge fan of crowded places. In fact, I get frustrated at crowded places. People literally bump into each other. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using where as a connector. I'm not a huge fan of crowded places. In fact, I get frustrated when I'm at places where people literally bump into each other. So here the word where is a connector that describes the places. Now, let's make some complex sentences by using the word that as a connector. So here's an IELTS question. Are you learning a musical instrument at the moment? So this is the answer in simple sentences. No, but I would love to take piano lessons. I have a busy schedule. I'll have to find a time and fit it into my schedule. Now say this in a complex sentence by using that as a connecting word. No, but I would love to take piano lessons. I'll have to find the time that can fit into my busy schedule. Here the word that is a connector that's used to describe time. Another question. What are your hobbies? So this is the answer in simple sentences. My favorite hobbies are hiking and biking. They help me relax and stay fit. I like doing these activities. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using that as a connector. I like doing activities that can help me relax and stay fit at the same time. So hiking and biking are my favorite hobbies. Here, the word that is a connector that describes activities. Now here, let's use the word who as a connector. So here's an IELTS question. How do you feel about others who throw garbage on the street? So this is the answer in simple sentences. It's absolutely unacceptable to me. The other day, I saw a teenage kid. The teenage kid threw a banana peel on the sidewalk. I was quite disgusted by his behavior. Now, let's say this in a complex sentence using the word who as a connecting word. It's absolutely unacceptable to me. The other day, I saw a teenage kid who threw a banana peel on the sidewalk. I was quite disgusted by his behavior. Here, the word who is a connector that is used to describe the teenage kid. Another IELTS question. Would you ever give perfume as a gift? This is the answer in simple sentences. No, I wouldn't. Perfume is a personal preference. Some people love it, some people hate it. Giving perfume as a present could become a hit and miss. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using who as a connecting word. No, I wouldn't because perfume is a personal preference. There are people who love it and there are those who hate it. So giving perfume as a present could become a hit and miss. Here, the word who refers to the people. Also, hit and miss is an idiom that is used to describe something that is unpredictable. It could be a success or a failure. So in this case, giving perfume to someone could be a hit and miss, which means the person might love it or hate it. It's unpredictable. Here's another IELTS question. Do you like reading? Well, this is an answer in simple sentences. Yes, absolutely. Reading really helps me find my zen, and I like reading late at nights. It's all nice and quiet at night. Now, say this in a complex sentence by using the word when as a connecting word. Yes, absolutely. Reading really helps me find my zen, and I like reading late at night when it's all nice and quiet. Here the word when is used to describe the time of the day, which is the night. And by the way, the term find my zen is a way of saying you find your inner peace and you feel relaxed and calm. Another IELTS question. Do you usually wear a watch? This is the answer in simple sentences. On a day-to-day basis, I use my phone to check the time. I have an expensive watch. I wear it when I go out on a date. Now say this in a complex sentence by using the words that and when as the connecting words. On a day-to-day basis, I use my phone to check the time. However, I have this expensive watch that I wear when I go out on a date. Here, the word that refers to the expensive watch, and the word when refers to the occasions that I go out on a date. So that's all on making complex sentences. I have put together some useful tips on how to ace your IELTS speaking exam, and it's totally free. Just click on the link below to get yours. And if you want to find out more about IELTS techniques, please check out my other videos. Till next time, bye!